security remain a crucial component of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renew Hope agenda. And in this regard, Seed Entrepreneurship Association met with the Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria in order to find solutions to the problem faced by the nation. That's our focus on Special Report today. My name is Bilkisu Suleiman. The president of Sudan, Yusuf Ado Kibia, said in order to tackle food problem, the association has embarked on the importance and value of seed campaign at all government level. He added that research development has been the important part of our work, and for early generation of seed, in turn to have farmers have high productivity for economic growth.
And of course, embark on a campaign so that the government leaders at all levels to understand the value of seed and the importance of seed, with which we have been liking for all these years. At the same time, to work with the agencies, international agencies, and of course agencies like yours very closely. The ARCN is an important body because research development has been the most important aspect of our work. We are direct beneficiaries of research, without which we cannot prosper. So we find it very important to come to present ourselves with the hope that we work together very closely for the development of early generation seeds, in turn to have our farmers to have high productivity for economic growth. Regrettably, over the years, seed as an important factor for agri-development has been relegated on the background. Up to most of the programs put forward by government, you never hear about seed. We look at the problems, we understand the problems, because the research institutes are not really funded to partake in the development of what we require as seed companies to make our business worthwhile and to, of course, have our farmers to succeed. Inconsistent government policies has been one of the major problems, because you have program going, successful program, but after a new government comes in, the program will be abandoned and take a new one. Misplaced priorities also, in short. If we look back, all the programs done under the ANCO programs, under the government facilitation programs, seed has never been a factor. Billions has been spent, and I know you know better than I know, seed is the major factor. If you don't have quality seeds, forget it. And so we are here to advocate, to ginger you guys to work with us so that we can have a change in the attitude to the issue of seed. At the same time, to help us at least project and make the leaders, when I say leaders, you guys in the leadership of government agencies in agriculture, to work with us and to project the interest of the farmers. Productivity can never be sustained if you don't have the requisite and quality seeds. Maintaining this, I believe, we just spoke to the press. We emphasized the importance of research. We emphasize the research of funding research, and we are going to continue fighting for it, because our business relies heavily on your products. When I say your products, products from your research institutes. So I think briefly, this is why we are here, and to present ourselves, like I said, and of course to have you to help us so that we succeed as leaders of an association. The companies had it so bad over the years, largely because of the policies. So I think, without repeating so much, this is exactly why we're here. And this is exactly where we're fostering, we're hoping you support us, we collaborate, we can be a mouthpiece, we can go anywhere to also advance the cause of funding research, without which nations cannot prosper. Research is an integral part of development. And of course, like we know, we have to work together, we have to understand each other, and we have to protect our interests for the interest of our farming population in Nigeria.
The Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Professor Garba Hamidu Sharubutu, said the visit is a wake-up call to the council, as the minister will welcome and entertain matters relating to seed mission as it's one of his major functions. He drew the attention of SEDAN to preserve seed for livestock such as poultry and fish, as it's very important. Also, he added that SEDAN is our mouthpiece, and in this regard, a desk will be created in the council in order to ease communication.
This visit, I'm sure, will be much welcomed by my minister. As I'm talking to you, he is making arrangement to go to Kano on a seed mission. This is about one of the major functions that he has made up his mind to start with. You know, we are making arrangement for the dry season farming, and wheat has been a very, very critical issue. We're trying to look for where the seeds are, but because reasons you have advanced, the minister himself has to go all around the country looking for where seeds are. Ordinarily, this is a function that some of us will just do and point out to say, meet A, B, C, and those things will just be given to him, you know, at a go. So you can see the reason why I'm very, very uncomfortable. But my lack of comfort is a positive one, because your visit here is a wake-up call for us. Wake-up call because if we listen very carefully to your statement, the solution for the seed system is contained in the document that you have just presented to us. The areas that we need to concentrate on is also presented in your own speech. So I want to thank you very, very seriously for that. The Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria came up as a solution to the isolated fashion in which we were actually operating. Now that we have found ourselves together, we have done with our infrastructural development, we have done with setting up most of our structures. What we need to do now is to really go out into consultation with the likes of your association in order to make sure that we find a solution to the problem of food in this country. Good enough, Mr. President, in his Hope Renewed program, has emphasized the need for us to secure this nation in terms of food. He has brought up a 7-point agenda, and this 7-point, number one priority is the issue of food security. Food security is tantamount to seed security, because if you do not get the seed component very well, productivity will remain low, to the extent that even those that want to trade on the final product of what you have will not even have anything to trade with. Because if you are a marketer, if you are an entrepreneur in terms of food, the food must be produced before you go into market. If you are a processor, it must be produced before you start processing. So processing, marketing, storage, exportation is all dependent on the security of our seed system. Why do we say seed security? We say seed security because From our ignorant point of view, whatever you saw and germinates, we think that that is enough for our farmers. Some of us have been victims. What do you want? I want to grow guinea corn this year. Somebody will just, no problem, go into the market, measure it. Granite, measure it. Not knowing that these are not secured seed for the purpose of our production. There are seed in this country that you pick them from the market or even from some of our entrepreneurs that do not have that security cover because they incubate all forms of fungal infection. You go in there, you plow the land, you do proper land planning, you apply your fertilizer, you apply your herbicides. They keep on coming up as if they are good seed. By the time they start flowering, the infection begins to show its head, just because the seed in itself is not secure. So we have a very, very long way to really address this issue of seed security. And you cannot do it without you. You remember that SIDAN in itself is a member of the board of the Seed Council. To what extent do we take these things very, very seriously? If you give me the permission to operate within the agricultural sector, I will think that the Seed Council should be a council that will be meeting on a monthly basis. If it is true we want the rotational type of farming where you have both dry and rainy season farming. So this is a council that is supposed to be moving. This is a council that is supposed to be armed. If you can give ammunition to Federal Road Safety, if you can give ammunition to Civil Defense, you give ammunition to policemen, custom, I see no reason why we cannot even give ammunition to the Seed Council of Nigeria and have real paramilitary men parading themselves in order to give good backing. You recall there was a time where the National Assembly over this issue of seed, especially for those of you who are seed entrepreneurs, people go in there, they copy your products. And when they copy your products, you report them. The law allows you to keep on pursuing the case because somebody has rejected. You go in there, you spend millions and millions of naira taking lawyers, going to court to defend what you have. At the end of it, the person may not even be jailed. They just say, and they will fine him 20,000 naira. After 3 or 4 years of spending your life saving because somebody has gone to interpret, to misinterpret, and destroy the name of your company. So these are issues that we really have to look at. And I think you need our support for us to be able to propagate this. At the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, we have amended our act. And the amended act has given room for us to have spin-off companies. People wonder, why do we need spin-off companies? We are bringing out these spin-off companies for one major reason. If you know the product of your research is a good one, you must also help to invest in it. Not for you to pull out a product that is not beneficial and you want the seed company to come and take up that technology. You are off-takers of our technological development. You are off-takers of our innovation. But we felt that if we really believe in our innovation, we must also join hands with you in order to take up that technology. That was the reason for us to have brought up this issue of spin-off companies. So we have products, but if our product is viable enough, our research institutions, we have written to them, we have given them the mandate. Look out for seed entrepreneurs. Let them join hands with you and try to see how we can propagate. As long as we do not do that, honestly, whatever we have produced will not go anywhere. So that will also give us the ability to have a feedback mechanism. I've joined hands with these people. The seed you have produced is not there. I'm telling you that the information now is just a one-way thing. We just produce and send them to the market. I benefit because as I do my research, I keep on getting my promotion. But you, when you go and take a bad seed into the market as a result of my this thing, you keep on losing. Because this year, if I receive seed from you and it has not done well, the following year, I will not even go back to you to ask for reason. I will look for another person. So this thing is very, very important. The other aspect has to do with counterfeit. Counterfeit in terms of our people not knowing who to get this product from. So many people will come out at the gate of your company and just go in there and begin to pretend as if what they are getting is from you. And that is because we have not linked up with you at village level. We have what we call AROC centers, adopted villages, adopted schools. But I doubt if we have brought these AROC centers to your knowledge and the need for you to really collaborate. What we do there is that government gives us money, we go and comb seed and begin to distribute to people. It's not going to help our system because the contractual system in this country does not give room for smaller entrepreneurs to survive. And this is one area that you have to work on. The mere fact that you do not have up to 100,000 or 5 million limits your ability to distribute this seed. So somebody who sits down there and does not even know the importance of your organization, because he has all the records of the papers, he has registered with ITF, he has registered with BPP, he has registered this thing. Once there is an advert for supply of seed, he rushes in there and gets the contract. And when he gets the contract and he comes to you, because you want to maintain the name of your company, you will source for seed only from those people that you offtake from. And it takes time. He has been given 1 week to deliver. What do you expect him to do? He goes to the market and gather everything and come and put. So we are writing a proposal to the government because as it is now, we have a joint committee with the Seed Council of Nigeria, ARCN and Seed Council of Nigeria. We are bringing up mechanisms by which we are going to protect that. Our spin-off companies must be registered. And Seed Council of Nigeria is supposed to bring up a proposal to say, whoever the government patronizes, he must buy from those seed companies that are registered and known. It's only when we do that that we'll cross-check some of these things. Because that is what happens with major organizations. For you to register a company now, you need a lawyer. For you to do some things, you need an accountant. For you to engage an external auditor, you need auditors that are registered. For seed, no. You just go in there and somebody supplies seed to you from whatever source is not there. So this is a fight that we must do together. We must fight this battle together with you if we really want our products to be reasonable. So one of the recommendations that has come out now is, if government wants to supply seed, let us know where the agents are getting this seed. If you don't want to to really patronize the SEDAN members directly, because you have your brother, please, for God's sake, let your brother obtain his seed from members of SEDAN. And it is only when you do that that we'll be able to control what is happening in this country. We will continue to work together. But I think for us to be able to work together, I need to appoint a DEX officer. I need to appoint a DEX officer. This DEX officer will communicate to you, who will be liaising with you on some of these issues. Because we cannot continue to be working in isolated fashion. This, to me, is a very, very important meeting because he has brought up some certain things. Subsequent meetings, if we don't do that, it will be like a jamboree. Maybe when you are organizing something, you invite us. When we are organizing it, invite us. And it doesn't really pull out the whole thing. But if we appoint a DEX officer, his own progress in itself will be determined by how well the people he is advocating for are actually making progress. So that I can tell you. You are our mouthpiece, there's no doubt about it. You are our mouthpiece because we need it. And why do we need it? If we take you to our museum now, you go to the section that has to do with rice. You have Pharaoh 1 to Pharaoh 57. Are these pharaohs all on the field? If they are on the field, who is selling them? We don't know. So What's the need we keep on producing? Faro 1, Faro 2, Faro 3, Faro 4, Faro 60, Faro 70, Faro 80. If you come to cocoa, if there is this, there is that. If you come to granite, there is this. Who are actually those farmers that are utilizing this? Who are members of SIDAN that are really patronizing this? Can I go to any of your shop, for example, or your profile and find out whether you have these items on your table? It will be very, very difficult. You see, sir, I have found out one thing. I have a local person where I'm farming right now, even as a professor, that I rely on him. A typical Fulani man. He says, no, go and buy this and plant. So it's hit and run. It may work, it may not work. We have people who sell drugs, chemicals, herbicides. We go to them to ask them, come on, in this, what do I do? He will look at this, he will look at this. He has not gone to school, he has not had any seminar, he has no workshop. He's the one telling me what herbicide to use on my farm. Even as the leader. So, I'm bringing these examples for us to be able to know where we have left our fortunes behind. He has not gone to school, nothing, he has a shop. So the same thing they advise you on what season. So at a certain point in time, I had to make my stand to say, no, for this environment, you cannot do that. But do I have an officer there that is supposed to cross-check this thing? I don't have an officer there. And that is why in the wisdom of the ministry, we decided to create these AROC centers for our people to go and stay there. Subsequently, Director, Planning, Research and Statistics, these are some of the things that we have to monitor. Whether our people are actually on site to make sure that they advise people where to get their seed. Do we have a catalog that we're receiving from Seed Council to say, those in the middle belt, please, these are the people that you look at. We can get the list from them. And that will help to what we are advising people to go and do. That's the advocacy they are talking about. We must help them, just like they are helping us. Let us look at, for example, in Nasarawa where I'm farming, who are the members of SIDAN that are there in Nasarawa? That when we are looking for crops, we will do that. Very soon I will register. Because Nasarawa is one of the empty places. Lot of farm work to do, lot of tractor things to do, but nobody sells seed there. Or I don't know somebody sells seed there. So if I have to do, I have to go to Romeri, or I have to go to Kano and meet Rahama, or I have to, that kind of a thing. It's not good for our system. We, sir, we will request that we need a catalog of members of your this. We are well positioned. We can help you in collaboration with Seed Council to publish this type of documents for you. That I have offered, we can do it. Let us have it. Let us publish it for you. So that wherever you go, you can distribute. Because I know that my minister will not hesitate to have me sponsor that thing. I'll take permission from him. But I'm sure that will be one of his happiest moments when he knows that we are fighting with seed. Because since he came on board and the pronouncement of Bola Tinubu as far as food security is concerned, my minister has been talking seed, 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 seed. Anybody who has met him before, he will listen. If he listens to him, he will know that he's talking about seed, because that is the genesis. So this is an open invitation for you. Get us the distribution of your members from one place to the other. We will help you. I will talk to Seed Council. He's a very good friend. We will help you to publish this information and you will have it.
The President, SIDAN, appreciated the Council for the meeting and assured the Council of achieving their set goals.
And we appreciate this. And of course, like I said, you are the mouthpiece of the ES. So think of seed, like he said. We thank you so much for this. It's been a wonderful day, and it's a good outing for us. And that justifies what we've been saying to our members. We mobilize, we have the list of members, we'll collaborate with the council, and of course we'll be coming, especially the publicity aspect part of the whole thing. We are thankful for this offer. Of course, it's a very serious aspect of the whole matter. publicize, make noise, and of course project the image of the whole matter. We thank you so much.
The closing remark was given by the Director of Plant Resource, Dr. Oluwafemi Salako.
We're indeed grateful for the efforts you have taken to leave your various businesses, your homes, your respective comforts from wherever states you have been, and to make it a date with us. We are sincerely grateful, and thank you for what you have stirred up in us, the challenge that you have given us, and want to promise you that it will not end here. We will take it further, and especially with the things that the Executive Secretary has made known to you, that our doors are open, especially with our ARCN TV, to communicate, because one of the things farmers lack and people that plant, it's knowing what is available, what is the quality seed that is available and where. So, and in line with the emergency that's been declared in the agriculture sector, we think this is the way to go. And we're really thankful for every one of you, the secretary. Sorry, I don't know your various portfolio, but we are very grateful for coming, and we thank you for this decision of much more collaboration for the betterment of this country. So on behalf of the council, the management staff, we want to thank you for this kind gesture. Thank you for coming.
On that note, we've come to the end of our special report on the visit of SIDAN to ARCN Complex. My name is Bilkisu Suleiman.